Hi everybody, it's Kathy here from Kathy Loves to Scrap, and I'm coming to you from the land down under, and I am late as usual. I am doing an off the board project from July with pineapple papers, and I did do it then, but I haven't gotten the video up. This is the layout that I am using for my Technique Tuesday. It is a digital and I'm turning it into paper, and I like the tunneling effect. So it was a bit tricky. It wasn't as deep as what it looks on the digital, but it still has the same idea. I'm going to use these two photos of Roma Street Gardens where I was in November, and I'm using the Paper Roses Studio Bright Days Ahead die cuts on this one to help build the layering up. I did pull these really rainbow quotes out, but I actually don't end up using any of them. So I have the same papers from Paper Roses. These are the rainbow poppy ones, and I'm using the purple wood grain. Of course, it's wood grain. I love it. And I'm using this side here, the green side, and the orange side on this one. And then I do use part of that rainbow in it. And I'm using this field of poppies and flowers at the bottom, plus the pink. So it is a little bit detailed and it's a little bit longer than normal, but that's because it's got so many things happening. So I am cutting out circles from each of these, which will form my layout design. So first of all, you'll notice that there are circles that aren't overlapped properly, but that's okay because they get covered up by the embellishments as I build the circle layer. I have put foam tape between each layer to give it a pop, but it's not as deep as the digital one, and that's because I didn't cut the circles deep enough, but that's okay. My photos are also deeper than the original, but the whole idea is taking a digital layout and turning it into paper. So using my Creative Memory Circle cutters out of the cutout leftover circle, I am using it to create an internal circle, and then I'm supposed to have like a border around the circle, so I'm going to cut it, and it really does matter that you have sharp blades on your cutters. I really do need to invest in some new blades. As you can see, I'm struggling here, but that's okay. I only get half a circle in the end, so I left it in to show you that everything, even though it's a mess and it's not exactly right, you can still utilize it if you're clever and creative about how you place it. And luckily for me, this was just tucking in around under this circle that I'm putting into the layout. And as I look at this now, I realize I probably could have put the circle around the opposite way so the colors blended in, but the contrast is good as well. So it is what it is, and it's how it ended up, and it actually just is a focal point in there. So as you can see, I'm tucking in under the circles. Even though they don't look as deep on screen, they are ultimately, it's a lumpy, bumpy layout. It's quite deep and it's got a lot of layers to it. I'm now going to cut out some tags which are going to become banner tags along the side, and oh no, actually I'm not there yet. I'm up to the framing. So in the original, she had frames around the photos, and so I'm cutting my own frames to match using the papers. And my photos are 3.5 by 5, so I'm cutting the frame at 3.5 by 5, and I'm removing the interior, which I do use as the fishtail banners later on. And I am just trimming this one a little thinner because it was a bit too thick for the photo, and I'm going to layer those over the photos and at an alternate angle just to add some interest and to draw your eye to the feature of the photo. So you can see this is a flat frame, tucks in underneath, and this one I'm going to place at an angle over my photo, tucking it in behind, so you can see there that it's at the odd angle. And then I have the purple one, which is drawing your eye from the external framing of the page to the tree in the center. So that is how the frames get layered into this layout. I have fussy cut all of these flowers from the paper that was left in the framing, and I am putting them and tucking them into the circles. So you'll see that the foam tape allows it to stand up because the layers are steadily increasing above, and I'm just tucking them in to the circles and popping them up so that they're giving dimension and depth. And I'm placing them around the layout to draw the colour around and also to hide up any imperfections that may be there with the circle cutting. And it's okay, you can see it's warts and all, it's got its problems, but that's okay because once you build the layers it's not noticeable. I have gone ahead and layered those in. Now I'm going to use my leftovers here to create the fishtail banners for both sides of the project as per the one that I was looking at. And this too is another layer into the layout, so you can see that it is multi-layered. All up it ends up being about 5 layers deep, so it's a little bit different to a paper layout as per normal, but I like the effect. I've been wanting to try it, and this off the board has been a perfect opportunity with the challenge to use a technique. And I really do like to challenge myself with a digital to paper because I see some amazing digital layouts and wonder how they do it. Then you realise it's digital, and then I try and copy it into paper. So just cutting in those fishtail banners by folding it down the centre and then cutting diagonally. And I'm just going to place them around the layout first, and they're going on the interior circle. So you can see on the pink circle, so that's where they line up on the pink circle. Now this is a bit tricky because of the layers, it just wants to keep popping up, as you can see. So there are parts that I need to go back and glue down so that it will stay down. And because of the angling, you can see the shadowing underneath. So that's why I said it's like 5 angles all up, 5 layers, and it does make some interesting features for this layout. So I have the banners on both sides, and I'm mixing up the colours, as you can see. I won't be using all the banners down this side because the space isn't as large and it's not necessary. But as I said, it hides any imperfections when you tuck in all of these extra little details, and it adds features of interest to draw your eye to the photos. So despite being a very busy layout, the photos actually still pop based on the elements and the way they are placed. I'm just tucking in a whole lot of fussy cut flowers from different papers, and also I've got some darker leaf parts added here just to balance out the colours and draw your eye to the points strategically. I went with those leaf cutouts from that chipboard pack from the one that I showed you at the very beginning, but I did pull out those tropical fern leaves, but I ended up not using those. And I'm now pulling out these little flower dots to be anchor points on the banner, as you can see, and they are alternate colours to each other, and it draws all the colours from the main layout into that centre there. So now that I have got that, I'm going to use these glitter black foam thickers that I have. I think they're American Craft ones. It says Roma Street, and that's what I'm calling this page because that's where it was, the Roma Street Gardens in Brisbane. And I'm just layering these into place at the bottom because I do not want my title to overtake the layout at the top. Of course, I have to tuck in a little camera. That's my little thing that I do. And I'm just going to foam tape and glue that into place. Now I'm going to add some sequins, and these came with the kit that I got with this Paper Rose paper. It's an Australian company, Paper Roses, so Paper Rose Studio, check them out. They do great papers. They are thicker papers, and this is a shiny paper, which is a little bit different, but looks great anyway. And I've just done sequins around with the 3 sets of colours, and now I'm just gluing in the final buttons, which are also on the original layout. So we've got buttons and sequins, fussy cut flowers, we've got layers of circles, we've got leaves, we've got frames. So we've got lots of things going on this layout. Just adding in some glossy accents here to pop up that lens on that camera, and I have pretty much finished this layout. So off the board with pineapple papers is a great hop to join in. There's a playlist attached below. Check out all those people who are playing along. Everybody's having a great time and creating amazing stuff. As I said, I did do this in July, but I have been very flat out getting ready for my trip to Alaska. So it is one of the last ones that is going up. Here's the final layout so that you can see it in the bright colors. The layering is there. There's the detail of it tucked in under those circle layers at the top. You can see the fishtail banners down the side here with the sequin and how that all comes together and makes the layers hold together. The buttons are another feature, and the layering is what is unique to this layout. I'm Kathy from Kathy Loves to Scrap. I'm coming to you from the land down under. Check me out on all my videos. Give me a thumbs up if something pleased you today. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to grow my channel, but I hope I've done something to make you want to. Leave me a comment. I'll get back to you when I get back from a holiday, because this will film and show when I'm gone. So thanks for watching. Find me on all my socials under Kathy Loves to Scrap. Keep up with my trip on that one as well on my Instagram. See you soon. Happy scrapping. Till next time.